In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 9, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota versus Maryland. The Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Maryland Terrapins meet Thursday in Big Ten tournament college basketball action from the United Center. Minnesota is 9-21 overall on the year. The Gophers beat Nebraska in their Wednesday tournament game. As for Maryland, they're 20-11 following a loss to Penn State back on Sunday. The Terrapins took a tough loss to a good Penn State team in their last outing, despite shooting a nice 46% from the field with a 28-26 rebounding advantage. That makes just 126 combined points for Maryland over their last 2 games, so they're likely going to need to step it up offensively here. As for Minnesota, they're coming off a gutsy win over Nebraska on Wednesday and are now 2-1 in their last 3. The lone loss in that time was by just 4 points to Wisconsin. These teams have met twice before, with Maryland winning both. First was an 81-46 road win on February 4th, then an 88-70 outcome at home on February 22nd. If Maryland plays to their capabilities here, we should see a repeat. So the Maryland Terrapins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Minnesota Golden Gophers are averaging 63 points per game, 71 points against per game, 33.1 rebounds per game, and 14.3 assists per game. Minnesota is shooting 43% from the field, 61.5% on free throws, and 31.9% on three-pointers this year. The Maryland Terrapins are averaging 71 points per game, 63 points against per game, 33.9 rebounds per game, and 11.4 assists per game. Maryland is shooting 45.4% from the field, 73.7% on free throws, and 32.7% on three-pointers this year. Maryland comes into this game on a 2-game losing streak, and they have lost 3 of their last 5 games. Minnesota was the worst team in the Big Ten this year, but they have won 2 of their last 3 games, and they are playing their best basketball of the season. Maryland blew the doors off of Minnesota in both meetings this season, and they play some of the best defense in the Big Ten. I believe that we see a much lower scoring game here. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Villanova versus Creighton. We have a quarterfinal matchup of the Big East Championship Tournament on Thursday night, taking place inside of Madison Square Garden in a neutral site game between the 6th-seeded Villanova Wildcats and the 3rd-seeded Creighton Blue Jays. The Wildcats are sitting at 17-15 so far and are coming off an 80-48 win in the first round of the tournament on Wednesday against the Georgetown Hoyas. The Blue Jays are a solid 20-11 right now and are riding a 2-game winning streak after an 84-70 road win over the DePaul Blue Demons on Saturday. The winner faces the winner of the Xavier versus DePaul matchup in the semifinals on Friday. The Wildcats are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 neutral site games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Blue Jays are 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 neutral site games and 7-0 against the spread in their last 7 Thursday games. The under is 9-4 in Wildcats' last 13 overall. The over is 6-1 in Blue Jays' last 7 neutral site games. The underdog is 10-2 against the spread in the last 12 meetings. The Creighton Blue Jays are going to be favored for obvious reasons, but Villanova is an experienced team that should be taken seriously this time of year, and its blowout win over Georgetown kind of evens the playing field in terms of rest. Guys didn't have to work that hard. Villanova just beat up Creighton a couple of weeks ago and is 6-4 against the spread as an underdog. So the Villanova Wildcats to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. These defenses have been pretty similar lately, with Villanova giving up 64.5 points in their last 4 games, while Creighton is allowing 70 points in their previous 5 games. Both teams are not trying to push the pace too much either, as the Blue Jays are 137th in the sport with 71 possessions per game, while the Wildcats are sitting at 329th in college basketball with 6.6 possessions per game thus far. The under has hit in 9 of the last 13 Wildcat games, as well as in 6 of the previous 8 Blue Jays games against teams with a winning record. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. TCU versus Kansas State. The number 22 ranked TCU Horned Frogs play the number 12 ranked Kansas State Wildcats in the quarterfinals of the Big 12 tournament on Thursday in Kansas City, Missouri at the T-Mobile Center. TCU finished the regular season with a 74-60 loss to the Oklahoma Sooners, which snapped a 2-game winning streak for the Horned Frogs. TCU was 20-11 and 9-9 in Big 12 action. Kansas State was defeated by West Virginia 89-81 in its final game of the regular season, snapping a 4-game winning streak for the Wildcats. Kansas State was 23-8 during the regular season and finished 11-7 in the Big 12. TCU is 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 games overall and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a winning percentage above .600, while the under is 5-1 in their last 6 Thursday games. Kansas State is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 games following a loss. TCU and Kansas State close out the night in the Big 12 quarterfinals. These two teams split their regular season meetings, each winning at home. It should be noted, however, that Mike Miles was out with an injury in the meeting that Kansas State won. In this meeting, Miles is back, but the Frogs will be missing their difference-making big man, Eddie Lampkin. Maybe I am delusional, but I think a fully healthy TCU team is the most dangerous team in the loaded Big 12. They still aren't fully healthy, and maybe an early exit from the conference tournament isn't the worst news, giving them time to heal up further. Still, I think the Frogs are out to prove they are better than their season record, and maybe even to improve their seeding heading into Selection Sunday. Both of these teams play fast, and both have lots of scorers. TCU is particularly good at scoring in transition, and I think that gives them an advantage here. TCU will need to be prepared though, because Kansas State fans travel well, and the gym is likely to feel like a Wildcat home game. I believe that TCU is the better team here, so the TCU Horned Frogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The under is 4-0 in the Wildcats' last 4 games versus a team with a winning percentage above 60% and 4-1 in their last 5 following a straight-up loss. The under is also 5-1 in the Horned Frogs' last 6 games versus a team with a winning percentage above 60% and 5-1 in their last 6 Thursday games. These are 2 of the top defensive squads in the nation. Kansas State is 14th in defensive efficiency, and TCU is 24th. Unlike the regular season meetings, I believe this will be a close game, with both teams valuing shot selection in a tournament game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.